So I did. I said, have you ever thought of giving your life to Jesus? He said, actually, I've been thinking about it a whole lot, and that's why I came.
Praise God.
And I began to share the gospel and witness. And I crawled behind one of those couches where we store the Bibles. And, you know, Nick doesn't even question. There are times I find just some absolutely beautiful Bibles, New King James Version, or just Bibles that are like a leather, brand new, and I can get them for $15 or something. And I'll end up buying 20, and you'll see in those church supplies, didn't list the hundreds of Bibles. But I'll pick them up and I stick them behind the couch. Why? For the times that somebody walks in and they give their life to Jesus, and you can pull out a Bible and you can show them where I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes into the Father but by me. And I look at that, and sorry, that fell on the floor. That's my little cough drop. Nick rescued it. I thought, Lord, for all the times I've tried to save my life and do it right, there's protocol, you know. You're supposed to do this first before you lead someone to the Lord. And I started with the end first. And I led him to the Lord, and then I went backtracked. I had to go show him all the scripture. Because I was so excited that somebody had walked in the door and gave their life to Jesus. Because I said, Lord, what is the benefit of being on this earth at the harvest if I can't harvest anymore? What's the benefit that is so dark that I no longer can harvest and reap souls? God, you got to give us souls. You got to give us souls. You got to give us souls, God. If we don't have souls. And who walks in the door? I'm like, okay, Jesus. I guess if you can do it with one. I might put a sign out front that just says, every soul welcome. Do you want to give your life to Jesus? Walk on in. But if I'm too afraid that I might lose my life, that the door is not unlocked. If I try to save my life, then surely I'll lose it. But if I will lose myself my life for the gospel's sake, I will find it.
Yes.
However, Acts 20:24 says, this is Paul, however, I consider my life worth nothing to me. My only aim is to finish the race and complete the task the Lord Jesus has given me. The task of testifying to the good news of God's grace. See, I'm not the only one that goes through that. John 12:24, truly, truly, I say unto you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies. Dies, guys. Dies. I gotta die to what I consider important. I gotta die to the fact that I have enough supply to ride it out to the coming of the Lord. I gotta die to that. What if he says I have to give it away? Or I gotta go feed this weekend 400 people. I tell you, God's messing with me. Are you willing to kneel, to die, to self, so that you can live? Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it will bear much fruit. If I really want to bear fruit, and I really want souls, and if souls are the most important to me, then I'm going to have to die. You know, there's a song. I love this song. And Michael can pull it up on YouTube, and it's called Goodbye to Me. You ever say goodbye to you? God, how do I bury me and let me die? Every day, Paul said, for me to die is Christ. For me to live is Christ, to die is gain. I get more. But he had to die to himself every day. How do I do that? if I am going to win souls, I may have to give up my freedom and go stand on the street corner. I told the Lord that. Lord, it's illegal to stand on the street corner right now and probably give away a cross and preach the gospel. If I'm too close to somebody, that 6-foot distancing thing. He said the day's going to come, I'm going to ask some things of you. Are you willing to die for them? But Lord, how would that affect the church? If I got thrown in jail?